Well, good evening. I'm Rick Dancer, and we are at the Boy Scouts of America office, the center here in Eugene, Oregon. And as you can see inside, kids are meeting. They're masked, they're separated, but they are meeting. And we got something really cool for you. Of course, this show is sponsored by the Boy Scouts of America and also John Anderson at Coburg Trucking. He's a big Scout supporter. And you guys, we're here tonight because we're going to show you Boy Scouts is not just for boys anymore. In fact, they now call it BSA instead of Boy Scouts, and that's just for the scouting program. But girls are involved. And you guys, we're at a joint meeting. It's like it's two different troops. So there's a boys troop and a girls troop, but they meet together. A lot of these kids are brothers and sisters or friends, and they figure, hell, they go to school together. Of course they're going to come to Scouts together. So we're in here. This is the Scout office. If you've never been here, this is the coolest place. So it's located right across from Autzen Stadium. And they're having a meeting, and we're going to talk to a couple of leaders who are actually husband and wife. And then we're going to also talk to some of the kids who are here tonight. And I'll show you. I'm going to put my mask on here. So I'm going to be quiet.
And Xander, if you guys can help Carter, that would be fantastic. Okay? With the scout rank. Okay? Ready? Whenever you're ready. Cool. Right on. Excuse me.
All right. Okay, Brian, come here, man.
Sure.
So tell them who you are.
I'm Brian. I'm the Scoutmaster of Scouts BSA Troop 751.
I'm going to come around this other side from you.
Sure.
Because I get better sound here like this. So talk to me. So tell me about this. This is boys and girls together.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So who's meeting here tonight is Scouts BSA Troop 751 and 4751. We are actually a brother-sister troop. We're both under the same chartered organization, which is sort of like our sponsor. But they decided to bring on a girl troop, and my wife, actually Jen, who's in there now, is taking care of the adult side of things with the troops.
Because people have the wrong idea about Scouts because it is BSA, it's Boy Scouts of
Correct.
America. So people get that mixed up and thinking girls are not involved in that. And they
Oh,
have
no.
been involved for how long?
50 plus years. They actually started out back in the late 60s, early 70s with our co-ed units, Sea Scouts, Exploring, and Venturing, which actually Venturing is a newer program as of the 90s.
So why, and the other thing we got last time we did this with a lot of people, why not just go to Girl Scouts instead of to Boy Scouts or to Scouts?
It's a totally different organization, honestly. The Boy Scouts of America has been around since the early 1900s. As a matter of fact, scouting has been worldwide for even longer than that. Our creator, Lord Baden-Powell, actually said way back when to allow the girls and the boys to be working together on the same requirements.
And here, your Girl Scouts is different. This is with the BSA program. You're teaching them life skills, things
Absolutely.
that they need to do. Everything from sewing to tying knots to understanding how things work out in the woods.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely,
everything.
absolutely. We don't. What's the best way to explain it? It's not easy. I mean, the Scout Handbook it's literally the handbook for life. I still have mine back from when I was a Scout, and it has helped guide me through. So with the girls being a part of this, nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten easier. As a matter of fact, it's even gotten a little bit harder because they change the requirements throughout the years as they see fit. However, the main part of it still stays the same. You have to have leadership time. You have to have a service project that you plan and conduct. You have to earn 21 merit badges, 13 of which are required, including citizenship in the community, in the nation, in the world.
So, I mean, at this particular time in our history, this is exactly what we need
Absolutely.
kids learning, because they need to be involved and they need to
Absolutely.
understand civic responsibility and
Yes.
what it means to be a good community member.
Absolutely. The BSA, don't get hung up on the boy aspect. Just think of it as Scouts BSA, okay? And our job is to give the best youth development program out there. To me, in my own opinion, is the BSA program is the #1 youth development program on the planet.
So with boys and girls together, you're getting a much richer program.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, granted, there are going to be those that say, boys should be by themselves and girls should be by themselves, which is very true when it comes to sleeping. They can be away from each other, but when it comes to doing the work, they're inside the room. They're learning just as much, together as if they would be in school.
So, Jen, we're getting Jen. Jen, come this direction. So he has the blue mask. You have the blue hair.
I do.
So how did because you were a Girl Scout,
I was
and
a
then
Girl
you
Scout.
turned BSA. How did that switch come? How did you get the conversion?
Well, first of all, I had a boy instead of a girl, so that helped. That's the big one. I had a boy instead of a girl. But if I had a girl at this point, she would probably be in BSA.
Why is this different than Girl Scouts?
We're outdoorsy, more outdoors focused and skills level based than Girl Scouts. Not to say that Girl Scouts isn't a bad program. It's just different.
Right. And people get so hung up on that. And what are some other things that you think people have misconceptions about in terms of Scouts anymore?
That we're changing the program so it's easier for girls to get stuff. And we're not. The only thing that changed is now there's verbiage. It's she or him or the scout, and we have pictures of girls doing it in our handbooks and boys doing it in our handbooks. That's the only difference.
So it's kind of funny that people would complain about it in this day and age because you guys are married.
Yeah.
So you're obviously two scouts that are working together, or you're in big trouble. So you're really teaching them some pretty good skills.
Let me tell you, just because we're married doesn't mean that we're connected at the hip. Our units, my unit 751 and her unit 4751, they both are separate units. As a matter of fact, tomorrow she is taking her troop on a 5-mile hike, which, of course, the boys are allowed to go on if they so choose, but it's not a requirement. However, a 5-mile hike is a requirement on the Trail to First Class.
So where are you guys going?
We're actually going to do the Alton Baker, the planets.
God, people keep coming in here.
We're going to, yeah.
How many folks do you have in this troop?
Oh, goodness.
I know the girl troop has 6 girls currently. We've got 2 new girls that just joined tonight.
And I have 10 boys, and we're growing.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, we're always looking for new scouts to come in and enjoy the program. We try to do a meeting every week where it's a lot of skills, and we may do a game here and there, like a knot relay race or like a fireman carry race. And then once a month, of course, COVID kind of struck all that down, but starting next month, we're going to be going on our once a month campouts. Sort of like, the reserve and the guard, 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. Well, instead of it being 1 week, 2 weeks a year, it's 1 week. We go to summer camp for a week.
So how involved are parents with this?
As involved or as not involved as they want to be. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. As a matter of fact, one of our moms is standing out here, and she got roped in to be a...
She's now my assistant scoutmaster.
So
You don't want to hang around these two.
no, we'll put you to work.
We'll put you to work.
Honestly, we are a 100% volunteer-based unit. Everything that we do, I'm not paid for this. I have a job outside of this that I work full-time, 40-plus hours a week. Jen works full-time, 40-plus hours a week. But we take our spare time and we come in and we want to give this program to all youth. I'm an Eagle Scout myself, so of course I want to have every scout. Doesn't matter boy, girl, doesn't matter what race you are, doesn't matter what, nothing.
Your sexual orientation
Nothing.
doesn't matter.
Nothing.
This
I
is-
don't care.
You guys, just so
Religion,
that's the other thing people do. They get hung up on, and this is a different scout. This is,
Correct.
it's changed with culture, but the program itself hasn't changed.
No.
It's just understanding people and
Correct.
allowing different sorts of folks in here because we all have to live together. And everybody, no matter where you come from, what color you are, what sexuality you are, we all need the same skills to live together. And God, right now, we need some desperate skills to learn to live
Absolutely.
together.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, I have had every walk of life come past me as a scout. And I don't care if you have a background. I don't care if you don't get along with others. I don't care if you have an ability or a disability. It doesn't bother me. Come and see what Scouts is all about. If you have a scout in the Thurston area, or you have a child in the Thurston area that's interested, come on down and check us out. There's no money involved at first. You want to come and see what a meeting happens? Sure, no problem. You come in, we'll put you right in with the other youth. You want to sit back and see what it's about first? Fine. If not, I have scouts who are on their way to Eagle who would be more than happy to talk to your youth.
So is that the other part of this that's kind of the magic, is you're getting, it's kind of hard, especially during COVID, to find friends, to find people you have stuff in common with. And here, you've got a built-in brother and sisterhood.
Yes.
Where it's kind of like firefighters, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
You
True.
do stick together. I
We
know.
eat together, we sleep together, we...
Well,
Ch-
hang on.
Hang on. Let me rephrase. The
These
girls-
two eat
we-
together and sleep together.
The
boys and girls,
the
in
boys
the
and
troop
girls
don't.
sleep separately. Like we will camp, the girls will camp separately, but the girls will share like 2 to a tent. The girls, and because it
So-
builds the camaraderie.
With everything going on right now that's negative in the BSA world, okay, I could tell you for a fact that my unit follows youth protection guidelines. Both of our units follow youth protection guidelines to a T. Adults are never alone with your scout. We make sure always have a 2 deep leadership where there's always a second adult there. As a matter of fact, you know, when we send them off to go to the bathroom, they have to have a buddy with them. So it's your scout will never be alone with us. They will always have others around them. Myself, I'm a former police officer, so I won't let anything happen to my youth while they're under my care.
How many troops like yours are there?
Oh goodness!
I mean, not just joint, but I mean, how many troops? Do you know how many troops of? I mean, there's tons
There's
of them, aren't there?
tons.
There's tons of troops, but there's not a lot who have a sister unit or a brother unit.
Right.
connected.
This is unusual, but there's girls. There's girl units.
I know of at least
boys.
3 girl units total right now, but that's because we're only
And-
like a year or 2 into having girls be able to even join.
And in this district, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 male units.
So can you guys get me like a boy and a girl to come talk to me?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Go grab somebody.
Who do you want?
So, yeah, again, so we're at the Boy Scouts of America, which now they call it BSA, because it is Boys and Girl Scouts, and they're meeting tonight, and they're very COVID sensitive, so kids are sitting, away from each other, and they have their masks on. Mine keeps slipping off my nose, but here we go. Yeah.
Do you want me to in front or?
Come over this way, young man. You're gonna stand right next to me here.
Okay.
So, tell me who you are.
I'm Devin Madden.
So, how old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
So, how long have you been involved in this?
So I've been in the Cub Scouts since I was, I think, 4th grade, and so I'm now a senior in high school. And so, Cub Scouts is kind of like it's like a subdivision of like Boy Scouts, kind of like a lower thing for like younger kids. So as like a Cub Scout, you go into Boy Scouts. So if for like scouting as a whole, I kind of been in it for like 8-9 years.
So why? What has it done? What have you learned about yourself from this?
So I've kind of learned that, I struggle a lot with some things. Boy Scouts is kind of like there are people around you to help you get through stuff, and to help you with problems that you have that sometimes maybe you can't solve on your own, and to make you go places like you didn't think you could expect to go, like to go higher than what you usually think you're going to go.
I'm sorry, I'm a former reporter, so I'm going to push you a little. So what do you struggle with that this has helped you with?
So I struggle to like the Boy Scouts, they have like service projects and stuff like that to get out and help your community. I'm kind of just like chilling at my house and not really doing much, just playing video games. And the Boy Scouts help me to come out and help stuff my community. Like a lot of the Boy Scout camps, it's not really like community, but like within the Boy Scouts, we've done like service projects and stuff like that. And we've our troop is
You're fine. Just pretend it's just you and me.
so
So this gets you would otherwise not be as active as you are, and this shows you the value of your community then.
yeah. It's we do a lot. We do a lot of service projects. Like Eagle Scouts, they have to do a service project that helps out the community to get Eagle. So for everybody that's like taking the step further, like I'm almost an Eagle Scout.
That's a big deal. That's hard.
That is a
huh?
big deal. It is pretty hard. I've been working at it for 7 years.
So people think it's really easy, and that you're just going to a meeting and doing this. You really have to put time into this, don't you?
Yeah, I've put a lot of time into it. I've been slacking for like a year, and so now I'm trying to put all my effort into it before I turn 18, which is in like 4 months. So I don't have much time until I turn 18. So I mean, like it's been like 7 years trying to get to Eagle Scout, and I've been taking it a step at a time, and now I'm kind of like, I'm almost there. Like I'm like one step, and I'm an Eagle Scout.
So how has this helped you get through COVID? You know, like, because with COVID, you're not around people. With this, you guys have been in it differently, but you still have a group of people that you're connected to.
Yeah, so, you know, in Boy Scouts, we're all, you know, like, we're all friends. We all hang out with each other and stuff like that. So, you know, out when it's, like, COVID happening, you know, sometimes I'll, like, call and talk to friends, stuff like that, see if they, you know, like, I can't really do anything with them in real life, so talk to them, like, maybe play video games with them on a phone call. You know, but, like, everybody in the troop's kind of, like, they're really good friends. Everybody, you know, everybody knows each other in the troop.
So coming back now, as you're starting to come back, this is pretty fun, huh?
Yeah, I've been wanting to go out camping and stuff like that with the troop and hang out with all the friends I haven't seen in a while. So this is kind of it's kind of a fun thing for me to do. I haven't done it in a long time, so haven't done it since like last year. So I know a few months ago, but like I haven't really done anything big since like last year. Like go out and campouts and stuff.
Thanks, man. You're awesome.
Thank you.
No, you're a very articulate kid. I love that.
Yeah, he's actually my junior assistant scoutmaster.
Sick. He's the man. All right, come here. Oh, it's you.
I was like, you've met Malaya.
You guys, she's already been on our show, and she's like a big star. Tell them who you are. Those people are your parents, aren't they?
What?
Tell them who you are.
My name is Malaya.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep my mask on. I'm going to have you pull yours off because I can't hear you very well.
Okay.
And I'll take any heat that goes with that, okay?
Or let's see if I can get my mask off.
It's not going to be hearing me.
It's connected to my hearing aid. Got it.
Okay. So, how old are you?
I'm 14.
So when did you get started with this?
5th grade.
5th grade.
So what has this taught you? What have you learned?
It's basically taught me that it's safe to fail in this place, that you can rely on, that you can have others helping you, and it's taught me a lot about leadership and like.
I bet you have to.
Yeah.
This really helps you trust, huh? Because if
Yes.
you need it, look at your face. I think you're so cute. So, because trust is important for kids, and it's hard, isn't it, to trust
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
But in Scouts, you need that in order to be successful. So does that
Yes.
kind of make you have to come out of your skin a little bit?
Yeah, sometimes.
Are you shy?
Sometimes. Other times I'm perfectly fine, and yeah.
So having boys in there with you guys, I mean, I know you're two separate troops, but you're all together in there. How is that? That's just like normal life, right?
Yeah, it's just
People think it's
normal.
so weird, like, oh, okay, wait, there's girls in the Boy Scouts and the boys in the Girl Scouts. It's like, isn't that what life is, boys and girls together?
Yeah.
So what school do you normally go to then?
I actually go to a military-based school,
Which one, Pioneer?
Willamette Leadership Academy.
Yeah, well, so you're really into this whole thing then, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why? What has it taught you? There's something more that you're not telling me.
It's taught me about friendship and trust, and
Did you have trouble with that before?
yeah.
What? Can you explain that?
So I had, I would go to a certain place and I'd be like, okay, I don't know who to trust, I don't know who to talk to, I don't know what to do. It was hard for me. And I just, going into Scouts, it's taught me, hey, you can trust people.
Right.
You don't have to not trust people. You can trust people, and you can build relationships.
That's pretty big for you, huh?
Yeah.
That was awesome. You're a great kid.
Thank you.
You are like, I knew it was in there, and you just made me pry. I'm trying to be nice, but you made me pry, and I had to do my job and sort of get that out of you. But no, I think it's because you're very mature, and this makes you grow up better, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And it's obviously a safe place to fail, especially when you cut your foot.
so fail is kids your age, are you not supposed to fail?
No, you're supposed to fail.
But
Making
does
mistakes.
culture tell you that you're supposed to not fail? You're supposed to be
I'm
perfect?
sorry, what?
Does culture tell you that you're supposed to, the world pressure that we're supposed to get everything right, everything's supposed to be done right the first
I
time?
honestly do not believe in perfection. Perfection is just not in my book.
Why not?
Because people like they'll say I'm perfect, I do everything right, when honestly if you didn't make mistakes, then who are you? Because the mistakes build you. They build what your personality is. They build you.
Don't you think you learn more from failure than you ever do from success?
Yes.
Everything that I failed at, and I've been a failure for the last 10 years, has taught me everything I know about what I'm doing. And it gives you the guts to really be who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
God, are you sure you're not 30? And you're hiding in a 14-year-old body?
I'm pretty sure I'm 14.
Okay, I just am checking because it seems like you're awfully mature for that. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.
Wow. That's the money interview for the night. Okay, you guys, I'm going to take you one more time really quick in here, and I just want to show you the meeting, but I don't want to bother them. So I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to show you, and then I'm going to take you out of here, and I'm going to give you a few little pointers. Okay, so I'm just going to show you again real fast.
So, like this, little X right this, and then you're going to go. And then you do the same thing except with the right over left, you're going to go left over right. And with this,
God, that brings back memories. I could never get that straight. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
You guys, so I'm going to walk you out the hall here because I got a couple things I want to say to you. So I'm going to take this off because I can't talk with that on. I'm going to pin the mic on because it's a pain. So, yeah. So of anything we should know right now with everything we're going through, what we need is something like that for our kids. You know, something that's got a young lady that gives them that kind of security and the ability to fail in a world that right now doesn't understand what failure is. So BSA is for boys, for girls, for kids that have differences, for people with different abilities. It's a place so they can go and feel safe. And a lot's said, but come and check it out to find out more about what they do and the differences and why that camaraderie is so important. That's why we're doing this. BSA has, asked us to come in, and a member of the community who's really big on BSA is paying for our shows because we want kids to understand right now you need a connection, and BSA will provide a connection for you. So it's right here in Eugene. You can call the number. Scott's been putting numbers in the comment section. So you can call that number. You can come in, find out more information about how to get involved, a troop near your house or where you live in your neighborhood, and they can take care of you. I'm Rick Dancer. This is Get Real with Rick Dancer. That was so fun. Nothing better than talking to kids. And tomorrow night, we're going to be at the Twisted River Saloon in Springfield. They're one of our March Madness restaurants, and what happened is Richard from Rogers Gardens gave us $1,000. We're giving 5 restaurants $200. They're turning around and making that into 2 $100 gift cards for 10 of you to get to go out and spend some money on somebody else to do something nice for yourselves. So you got to go to rickdancer.com. That's my website. Look for contests, click it, tell us, nominate somebody, and then I'm going to go through those at the end of the month. We'll announce the winners on April 5th. And then on Thursday night, OSHA is talking about making the mask mandate and some of those other mandates that are on right now permanent. Now they could change them, but it's still, most of us know when something is permanent, it's usually permanent. It's hard to get it changed. So it's your chance to find out more about that, what it is, and how you can either support that or how you can fight that. All right, I'm Rick Dancer, live from the Boy Scouts of America headquarters in Eugene, Oregon, right across from Austin Stadium. Have a great night. I will see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock at the Twisted River Saloon. Have a good night.